Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a requested video and a lot of people have been asking me to talk about my weight loss journey and about some of the things that helped me out and what I went through. So I have a couple of questions that a lot of people have been asking me, messaging me through Facebook or Instagram or stuff like that. So I wrote them down, just a couple of them, so I can answer them. And I'm just going to go really quick into them. If you guys have any more questions or want me to go more into detail about any of these topics that I'm going to talk about, you can certainly just message me or comment down below. And if you're shy to message me publicly or whatever, you can just, I'll put my Instagram, my personal one, and my beauty one in the description box below. So you can send me a private message if you just want to talk, and I'll message you back. So don't be shy. I've been in your shoes, and if you're trying to lose weight, I know what it feels like. And I just want to help you guys out, so whatever I can do to do that, then I will do it. So the first question is what kept me motivated. So what kept me motivated was that I decided to make a bet with one of my friends, and we said whoever loses the least weight by this date is gonna have to do this. So it was kind of like a really bad punishment, so we were both super determined to lose the weight. And we just kept pushing each other. I remember every morning she would text me a picture of herself, and she'd be like, oh, I'm 140 something, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I would make sure that I was working out that day because I didn't want to lose. And it was kind of we just were pushing each other, and it was amazing. I honestly felt like that is when I really started to get focused, and I actually started losing weight because I just set a goal, and I set a goal weight. So I was weighing 153. I was always struggling with my weight since I was 9-10 years old, but I was never really overweight. I was always curvy, so you couldn't really tell that I was overweight, really overweight. My body was just I guess when I gain weight, I just gain it in a kind of just goes to my hips or stuff like that. So I don't have the body type that just goes straight to my stomach. So I was weighing 153, and that was my heaviest. I kind of just saw it on the scale, and I was like, whoa, I need to stop, right? So I know we've all been there, and we're just no. I got a little too comfortable. So I set a goal weight, and it was about 130, 135, around there. And to be honest, right now I'm at 136, and I fluctuate between 136 and 138 every now and then. But I'm really happy with the weight that I'm in right now. I'm definitely trying still to go down to 130, 132, but that's not my main focus right now because I have been in this weight for about 4 to 5 months, but I still have seen my body change. So my weight is not going down necessarily, but I am losing inches still, and my body is just changing. My body's a lot more toned, my abs, everything. And the reason why I'm still I still look thinner, but I'm not necessarily losing weight, is because I am increasing my muscle mass as well. So I'm losing fat and I'm gaining muscle, so that's why I still weigh the same. So I'm just kind of at the standby right now, but I'm happy. I'm not so concerned about my weight, and that's really important, guys, because this goes into another question that they asked me, which was, did you weigh yourself every day? Yes, I did in the beginning because it was really exciting to be oh my gosh, I lost a pound. But I don't recommend it because there was days that I would gain a pound or I would just stay the same, and I was it was kind of I would be down, this sucks, because I was working really hard and I wasn't losing weight, or I would gain weight. And in reality, it wasn't that I would gain weight, it was just I would retain, it was water retention or water weight, or your muscle grew or something like that. So it was not necessarily weight, and you just kind of give up a little bit and your motivation goes down. So I don't recommend weighing yourself every day because it's not realistic weight. It can be for many reasons, and it's just not accurate. So I don't recommend weighing yourself every day for sure. I would say once a week maybe, and that would be a lot more accurate. But what I did go by a lot was my measurements. I get a lot of questions about this, about my measurements and my clothing size. So my measurements were super important, and they were really motivational to me because I have a measuring tape in my drawer, and I would literally measure myself every day just because it was exciting to me. I'm not saying that you have to do it every day, but I do recommend it once a week, that you write them down just to see your results, and so that you see that it's not just oh, I'm losing water weight. No, you're really losing inches. So that is something that I still do till this day. Even if I don't weigh myself, I still measure myself. And my measurements were a 36 in bust, 29.5 inches in my waist, and then a 43-inch hip. So as you can tell, like, I did have small waist, big hips even when I was heavier, but now I'm a 34, so I lost 2 inches in my bust. I'm a 26 and a half in my waist, so 3 inches, which is a lot, and that's mostly where you will see it, in your waist and in your hips when you're losing weight. And then in my hips, I went from a 43 to a 40. So I wasn't looking to lose a lot in my hips because I did want to keep my hips and my butt. But I will tell you, if you lose weight, you will lose your butt a little bit, you will lose your hips, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it will go away. A lot of girls complain that, oh, I don't want to lose weight because my butt's going to go away. But if you do the right workouts and you incorporate a lot of weight training and heavy weights for your legs, you can even increase the size of your butt. Like my butt now, my hips might be smaller, but my butt is plumpier and it's bigger. So even it looks bigger because when you lose weight from all the other areas, your butt kind of just pops out. So not, if you measure it, maybe it doesn't it doesn't measure as much as before, but it actually appears bigger just because you're smaller in all the other areas. My thighs are smaller, my waist is smaller, so that's why I definitely recommend that you measure yourself, because you see real results, and it really, the measurements don't lie. Like, that's real numbers, and you're really, really, really losing that fat. So measuring myself was super helpful, and it would also push me so much when I would see that I was losing like a little bit by little bit. I was just super happy. And then my clothing size, I am a size 6 to 8. I'm not ashamed to say that. I know a lot of girls are like super ashamed to talk about their sizes. Don't be. Honestly, guys, who cares? There are girls who are much skinnier than me and are a size 8 just because they're taller or they have a bigger bone structure. Don't focus so much about how other girls are. Honestly, it's about you, what you're happy with. Some people might not be, a lot of girls might not be happy with being a size 6 or 8 or weighing 138 pounds. For me, I am. I'm super comfortable in my weight, in my size, in my clothes. I'm not doing this for anybody else but myself. I just want to be where I'm comfortable at, and honestly, I've grown to be comfortable where I am right now. I can tell you I was not comfortable before, but now I love the way that my clothes fit me. I love the way my body is. I feel really comfortable in it, and I know that my body's healthy, so that's what I'm really, really happy about. That doesn't mean that I'm not trying to lose more, because there's always room for improvement, but it's really not my main focus. So just be comfortable with yourself, and if you're not comfortable with where you are right now, do something about it, and that's what I did. Just push yourself. I know you're not going to want to do a lot of the things that you probably should to lose weight, and that's normal, that's common, that's happened to all of us who struggle with weight, but you just have to push yourself. And really, if you want something really badly, then what would you do to get there, you know? So my clothing size, like I said, was 6 to 8. Dress size, usually a 4 if it's like a tight dress. And then jeans, I can be from 27 to 29. Really depends on the brand. With jeans, you never know. And then what workouts helped me the most? For cardio, the workouts, my favorite cardio was always spinning. I've done spinning for about 5 years, and I was going to the spinning class, and I kind of like loved it so much. My teacher eventually like just asked me to kind of take over and teach some of her classes. So I was teaching spinning for a little while, and I absolutely loved it. Honestly, I felt like it was such an amazing way to get your cardio in and burn so many calories. I was burning about 700 to 800 calories per hour. I was going ham. Like, I love that class. And the reason why it kept me so motivated was because I bought my spinning shoes, I had cute workout clothes, and I paid for my classes, so there was no way I was getting out of it, you know? If you already paid for it, you put your money in, you put money into your shoes and everything, you just kind of have to do it whether you want to or not. And I always loved working out. That was not my problem. My problem was my eating habits, which I'm going to go into later, but working out was never a problem for me. I was never lazy to go, but it was just like, once you pay for all this stuff, you're just like, okay, might as well. And I loved spinning because I like targeting my legs when I do cardio. And spinning, I just felt like I could increase the resistance or decrease, and I could do so much. I would sweat so much, and I would still feel my legs burning, and they could be sore and stuff. So usually from cardio, if you're just running, if you're anything like me, you hate running, and to be honest, I would do anything to skip running if I could. So I don't really run, but spinning was amazing. I would get such a good workout in. And also the elliptical, you could do that if you're just starting out. It's not as hard as spinning. Spinning is really hard, but it will condition you really, really well. It will get you in really good shape. And also, I did Stairmaster. If you have a gym, hopefully you have the Stairmaster that's like not just goes up and down, but it's like actual stairs that just come down. And that one is amazing because you can make so many things on that machine. Like you can honestly double step, you can side step, you can do a bunch of stuff. Honestly, I look like a maniac when I'm at the gym and I'm on that machine because I do so many crazy things. But it's amazing. I started sweating within like 2 minutes. And then that was for cardio. And then for weightlifting, I think that's super important. If you're trying to lose weight in a good way and you want to look toned and you want to look nice, and you just don't want to be skinny or flabby or stuff like that, you have to incorporate weights into your workout. I'm not telling you to go and do heavy weights. I personally like doing heavy weights on my legs. I don't do on my arms. But don't be those girls that uses the excuse that I don't want to get bulky, so I don't lift. No, because if you do the right workouts, you won't get bulky and you'll just get toned and you will look really nice. I promise you, like, weights will not make you look manly if you do them in the right way, if you do the right exercises, and you use the right amount of weight. Like, you don't have to go and do, like, a bench press with 200 pounds. Like, no, just go light, use some dumbbells, and do a lot of reps, and you'll be fine. And then for legs, I do like to do a lot of heavy weight. I leg press like crazy. I do lunges. I use the squatting machine. I don't like to use the one that's like stuck to the machine. I just like to do the free bar because I feel like I have a lot more, I can do a lot more things with it. I do a lot of deadlifts, use kettlebells to do swings, squats. I do all kinds of stuff for legs. I love doing legs. And for targeting the glutes more, I like to use the cable machine that you attach it to your ankles and you just do like kickbacks, and also ankle weights. Ankle weights are amazing for targeting your glutes. You really feel the burn more than with anything else. Honestly, when I squat or anything, I feel it more in my quads, my hamstrings, and sometimes in my butt. But when you really do ankle weights, you feel that in your glutes. So that's an amazing workout if you want to maximize your workout and increase your muscle in your butt or in your thighs and stuff as you lose weight, because I really didn't want to lose my butt or my curves as I was losing weight, and I didn't. So I'm really happy with what weight training did for me. And what did my diet consist of? So I was never huge on carbs in the sense of like pastas, pizzas, stuff like that. I was not the type of person who would just sit in a restaurant and have a huge pasta. But I definitely have done it in the past, and I did like it. It wasn't like my carbs came in more when it was like chips, cookies, candy, chocolate, stuff like that. Because remember that carbs aren't only breads and grains, they are sugars. So I was eating a lot of sugar. I'm like kind of addicted to candy and chocolate and gummies. So I had to take that down. Definitely my carb intake had to go down in order to lose weight, because carbs go straight to your tummy and you won't see the definition in your abs that you want to see if you keep eating all these carbs. But that's something I had to take down. I can't lie to you guys and tell you that my diet is perfect. I have so many cheat meals, it's not even funny. Losing weight doesn't have to be boring. It really doesn't. It doesn't have to be torture. It doesn't have to be like that. I go out with my friends and I eat whatever I want, and I just make sure that I work out, and I don't do it all the time. Like, you know, you have to really know when you can do it and when not to do it. So skipping meals is also really important. Don't skip your meals. Try to have at least 5 meals a day, like some snacks and stuff, so that you keep your metabolism going, your digestion and everything. You don't want to slow down your metabolism, and you want to always, especially if you're working out, you want to rebuild the muscle and you want to put back all the nutrients into your body that you might have gotten rid of. So that's really important. And my protein intake. You have to have a lot of protein in your diet. That's going to help you build muscle and maximize your workouts and your weight loss as well. I was eating a lot of, well, I still am eating a lot of lean protein. I literally eat egg whites. I eat fish like tilapia because I don't like the smelly fish, so I like that fish. I like a lot of lean turkey. I have a lot of turkey burgers, obviously without the bread, but with lettuce. And what else? Chicken, like white chicken breast. And on leg days, I like to have steak sometimes, because it helps you like build muscle. So I do like having steak, but I wouldn't recommend it all the time for girls who are trying to lose weight. And what else? Yeah, just make sure that you're careful with the way that you cook your food. Like if you're eating something that is very high in sodium and you're just gonna retain like a bunch of liquids, and if you're adding too much salt to your food, that's also sodium. And your seasoning, be really careful with your seasoning. There are seasonings like Mrs. Dash out there that are very low in sodium and they make your food taste amazing. Like my food is so healthy when I cook it, and I can tell you that it literally has no sodium, no calories like added on from all these seasonings. You have to be careful with what you put on your food because it can make a huge difference. And you can really play around with your food, even when it's healthy. Like I've learned to cook my food really, really healthy, and it still tastes really good, but it's just not like I used to eat chicken, but I would put this seasoning that would just make it super salty and flavor and whatever, but it was not good for me. So as soon as I started to take down the sodium and everything, I just started seeing more definition. I would start seeing a lot more, more of a faster weight loss. So that's definitely really important. And protein shakes. I take protein shakes about 30 minutes after my workout. I like doing that because right after my workout, I'm not hungry. I get hungry like an hour after, but you still have to replenish your muscles with some type of protein. So I will put the protein in the description box just for you guys to know. It's 100% whey protein, and I bought it in a vitamin shop, and it's like a big thing like this. And you have to be really careful with whatever protein shake you take. There are a lot of protein shakes out there that have like low calories. They'll be like 70 calories, but then you look at the carbs and they have 24 grams of carbs, which is horrible. You know, you don't want to drink your carbs. If you're going to eat some type of carb, if you're going to have some type of carb, at least eat it so that it fills you up. So be really, really careful when you're looking to buy a protein shake. Make sure that it's low in sugars, low in carbs, low in sodium. Mine, for example, is 110 calories per serving, 10 calories of fat per serving, which is nothing. And then the sodium is also low, and the carbs are only 3 grams, so that's amazing. Like usually most of protein shakes are like 14 grams of carbs, 24 grams of carbs. So find one that's like around 3-4 grams, and that one is going to be like the best for you if you're trying to lose weight. And also remember, I literally have a water bottle with me at all times. You have to drink a lot of water. That's going to help you get rid of all the fat that you're burning. It's also going to help you clean out your body of any bad toxins or anything that you have in your body. Is going to help you wash it out, and it's also going to speed up your metabolism. And it's so important to carry your water around everywhere you go. So that's really, really, really important. And another thing, which is the last thing that a lot of people have asked me about, is what I do to waist train. So like I said, I have lost 3 inches in my waist, which in inches and measurements is a lot. 3 inches is a lot, especially for me because I already had kind of like a small waist. A 29-inch waist is not that big, but now I'm a 26.5, so that's really, like, it's small compared to my 40-inch hips. So I have this latex waist trainer. It is from Colombia, and I do recommend you getting one from Colombia because they are originally from Colombia, so the quality is amazing. They last super long. I wear this every single night. Like, I'm not even lying to you. I sleep with it every single night. And I've had this for about 6 or 4 months. And when I first bought it, it was really tight on me in the outer one, right? So in the big one, it was really tight on me. This is a size small, and it's a Colombian size 34, so that's usually what you'll go by, in the size is 34. And I remember the day that I bought it, I was like, whew, because I was putting it on and I was like, okay, this is tight. And I would wake up at night and I would rip this thing off. I was like, oh, take this off. And the reason why I like to use it at night is because they do recommend to use this like around 8 hours a day if you want to see like really, really good results. And you might as well wear it when you're asleep, like when you're not noticing. So that's what I like to do. I like to just sleep in it, and I feel like when I wake up I just look really thin, so I love that. And what happened was I was wearing it here and it was still uncomfortable, and then over time I was just like, okay, this is feeling nice now. And honestly, I can't even go a day without sleeping with it. Like if I don't sleep with it, it feels weird. So now I go into this one, which is the smaller one. So now I sleep right in here. So I use a smaller one. And using one of these can be really, really motivational because you start seeing like how tight it was on you before, and then you start seeing how you fit into like the smaller one, and you're just like super excited to keep going and to buy smaller ones as well. Like I have a smaller one, and this one is a size it's a size 30 or 32 because it's still small, but they just run like 30, 32, 34 are all still smalls, but they're just one's is smaller than the other. And this one, I use it in this setting right here, and you can tell that it's a lot smaller than the one I showed you before. It's a lot stronger as well. And look, I'll compare them both for you guys. So you see right here, this one ends right here. So it is a lot tighter than the other one. I still can't sleep in this one yet. It's way too tight on me. I like to wear this one during the day because I'm just waiting until I fit into it and I'm comfortable. Please don't go out and buy one, like a super small one, and try to squeeze yourself in there because you can hurt yourself, you can hurt your body, you can hurt your ribs. It can be very, very dangerous to do that. You just have to do it gradually. Like I said, I've been doing this for years now. And this one I just bought 6 months ago. So it's not like I just jumped in 6 months ago and started putting a small one on. I've been doing it for a really long time. So do it gradually. Be careful. If you feel like it's hurting you, take it off. If it's hurting you too much, obviously you're going to feel uncomfortable. That's normal. But if you feel like your bone is hurting you or something, take it off because you don't want to push your body and try to mold it into something that it's not ready for. So I will throw this on for you guys just to show you how small it makes my waist look. And so this is how my waist looks without it. So this is how it looks with it on. As you can see, it makes my waist look a lot smaller. And obviously I do have like not difficulty breathing, but it makes it harder to breathe. But you can tell that this definitely works. Like I said, I can't sleep in this one yet because it's way too tight for me. But also what these things help you a lot with is like if you're like me, I like to like sit like this. So when you wear these, you kind of just sit up, and it's a lot better for you. So you have a better posture. But yeah, that's it. If you guys want to know how to lose inches in your waist, like what products I use, what creams and stuff like that, or where you can find these, and that if they're good quality, you can let me know in the comments below and I will answer those for you guys. I can do a video of all the stuff that I do on my stomach to kind of tone it up. Anything that you want me to answer, just let me know, and I hope I answered all of your questions. If I didn't, just let me know and I'll make a video of it, or I will make a blog post, or just literally just talk to you or anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it was helpful. If you're struggling, and honestly I've been there, I can tell you that it's hard. I know that it's hard, but if you want this so bad and you just want it for yourself, you want to just lose the weight and feel comfortable, just do it. Honestly, it's so worth it. Once you start seeing results, you won't even have to push yourself anymore. Like you get to a point where you're just in the rhythm and you're just like losing weight, and you're just going to keep going. Like it becomes a habit, and you don't have to be like, oh, let me go work out. No, it's just like, yes, let me go work out, you know? So you'll be super happy. After you see results, you're just going to keep pushing yourself. And it's really, really just the first couple weeks that are really hard. So don't give up. Honestly, I've been there. I've wanted to give up. Don't give up. Keep pushing, and you will see the results that you want to see, and you're capable of losing as many pounds as you want. Like there's nothing stopping you, and you can do it. Just have someone there to help you with through all of it, and keep someone there that's accountable, like that can tell you like, no, you need to focus, you need to lose weight, you haven't been eating right, this or that. So it's definitely really important to do that. Get a gym partner or something, and you can do it. And if you do have any questions, please, I know it's a touchy subject for us girls sometimes, but don't feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to judge you, and I'm here. I'm super open about my weight loss, so I'm comfortable now to talk about it. So I hope that one day you guys will be comfortable to talk about it, because we might be really ashamed of our weight when we're like overweight, but then as soon as you lose it, you're just like, I want to talk about it. So I'm really comfortable talking about it, and I will talk to you. You won't have to be like ashamed or anything. So just let me know, and I will see you guys soon in my next video. Bye!